Hey guys, welcome to my channel. How are y'all doing today? Here today on Abby the Witch, we are actually going to be talking about my current pagan path. Now, I did a video similar to this about 7 months ago, and I haven't rewatched it yet, actually. I meant to do that before I recorded this, actually. But from what I can remember, it's changed quite a bit in just a very short amount of time. I'd like to start off by saying just a general statement about my journey, my path. My journey has slowed down a lot. Now, at first, I was really intimidated by this. At first, I thought it meant that I was losing touch with my journey, with my paganism, but actually I realized that it's not a bad thing. Up until recently, my pagan path was very frantic. It moved very manically. I would get very excited about things and want to learn this and that, and I'd want to do it all at the same time, which isn't a bad thing either. But it could get very overwhelming, and like a lot of things, can lead to burnout very quickly. So I have felt this urge to just really slow down and let things occur naturally and just allow myself to roll with it and just see what happens, see what I stumble upon. I really do think that if you allow things to happen that way, certain things happen for a reason. So I've just kind of let it happen. Since I've allowed my path to slow down and I've kind of just sat back just to kind of see what's going to happen, very surprising things have really happened naturally. So I really wanted to update you guys on where my pagan path is leading me. First of all, I hesitate to say spiritual because to me, this is more than just spiritual. This is my lifestyle. This is part of my lifestyle. This is my part of my life. This is how I view the world, and part of how I view the world anyway. And it's a huge part of my identity. Now, I'm not saying that saying this is your spiritual journey or this is your spirituality or anything like that is a bad thing to say at all, or even that it's incorrect or anything like that. For me, it just doesn't suit what I'm going after nowadays. It just doesn't really, it doesn't feel correct for me, just me. I don't know, all this is, and I'm gonna go ahead and say too, all of this is very, very new, so I don't really know what it means exactly yet. So I don't really know why the word spiritual journey or the word spiritual in general doesn't really suit me anymore. I don't know, it feels too, and again, this is just me, but it might be because it feels too religious to me. And again, this is not my religion. This is the set of lens that I'm using to look at life and the world around me. So it kind of goes beyond that, and it's just different from that to me, if that makes sense. So moving on, my pagan path has led me to a very surprisingly polytheistic way of looking at things and believing in things. Now, I hesitate to say that I wasn't polytheistic before. In the beginning of my pagan path, or I used to call it my spiritual journey or path, I worked a lot with animal spirits. I still absolutely do. However, it goes way beyond that now, and it's not just animal energies that I work with. I work with different gods and goddesses now, or however, I'm diving into that and want to learn more, and I'll get into that. I still work with a certain deity that I've been working with for a long time, they're still on my path. I've really surprised myself. And if you've been following me for a while, that might surprise you as well. I used to not be a big deity person, and I don't know, again, I don't really know what this all means. It's all so new to me. So I don't really know where it's gonna take me or what it entails. So that being said, I've really started showing a new interest and draw to Norse gods. I've been very drawn to ancient Scandinavian pagan beliefs. I think it's fascinating, and it's been happening very naturally, this spark, this interest. And I think it's because I have a lot of Scandinavian, Norse, Nordic, Viking, however you want to refer to it as, in my blood. Just really want to emphasize that you do not have to have Scandinavian in your blood. You do not have to have Viking in your blood, in your ancestry, to work with these gods, to believe in these things at all. You can be any skin color, any ethnicity, doesn't matter. You can still work with them. This is just, again, for me, my personal experience. Yeah, again, it just feels very natural to me because of these things, but it could feel natural to you and you don't have an ounce of it in your blood. So yeah, just wanted to emphasize that. A lot of my ancestry is Nordic. So I really, and the more I research and the more I learn, the more I really feel comfortable with it. And it makes a lot of sense to me. Not all of it, some of it's very like out there, you know, like the mythology and similar to Greek mythology. It's just like some of the stories are like very bizarre, but just their gods, their goddesses, the way they view the world, I don't know, it just feels very comfortable to me and it feels very natural to me. I found out I was Scandinavian years ago. However, their pagan beliefs really just recently has started resonating with me. Odin fascinates me. Finir, I think that's how you say it. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. The wolf god fascinates me. Freya, I still have a ton to learn, but yeah, it fits right. It really fits right. So I'll probably dive more into that. I would imagine that's where it's going to lead me to. So just so you know, the rest of these things that I'm going to be talking about are actually like specific deities that I have been either seeing, visualizing, interested in, have already been working with, whatever. But these are all very specific deities, gods or goddesses. Yeah. So the next deity that has come to me actually in visions, dreams, clairaudient messages is the Black Serpent. When I think of the Black Serpent, or at least, and I still do think of it this way, but the Black Serpent is coiled up deep inside of you, and it's coiled up around the truth of like true wisdom or true knowing, right? Recently, my Black Serpent has really uncoiled and come to visit me. I have visions of riding on their back. I've had dreams of serpents before. I've had dreams of black and white serpents, but recently it's just been the Black Serpent. When I see these visions of riding on its back, they're usually leading me through grass, or they're leading me through a path or something that would be hard to navigate on my own. And it makes sense now because I believe that it's leading me to the truth, to true knowledge, to true knowing, to knowing the truth. The clairaudient message that I received from them was, I am the lantern swaying in the darkness on your path to knowledge. So I don't think it was verbatim that, but it was something like, I am the lantern swaying on your dark path to knowing. So I know that the Black Serpent is coming to visit me for a reason. I know that I'm interested in the Black Serpent for a reason. I know that it's a very important entity, deity, whatever you want to call them. And I really think that they are leading me to and on my left-hand path. I feel like I've been on a left-hand path for a while now, but I know it now. I know it now that I'm on a left-hand path. Hi, Hachi. Hi, Hachi. She's gonna come visit me. Hi, come here. Come here. Come here. You're not gonna say hi to the people? But anyway, I know it now that I'm on a left-hand path, and I know that the Black Serpent is helping to guide me along with other deities I'm about to talk about as well. What are you doing? What are you doing? They're just going in their apartment. You see we go? You see go? You see, oh, there she is. You see her? Oh, yes. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's a good girl. She sees people outside. She gets very spooked. She gets very spooked. She says, dangers. Okay, so the next deity that I want to talk about is one that I've been working with for a long time at this point. I don't even know what to refer to him as. Baphomet. An oldie but a goodie. Was said to have been worshipped by the Knights Templar in the 15th or 14th century, I believe. I also think that he is still guiding me on my left-hand path and also helped lead me to what is my left-hand path, or lead me to realizing I was on a left-hand path. I love Baphomet because I've already talked about this before, but he brings balance to my life in many different aspects, being spiritual and being grounded, the truth, knowledge, science, the power of the universe. I mean, he brings balance among everything for me. That's what I believe. For me, he really establishes the reality of science as well. I really think that if you deny science, you deny him. And if you deny science, then you deny the balance that is in the universe. You deny part of the balance that is the universe. I mean, yeah, that's just part of what he brings to the universe. That's part of what he brings to us. That's part of truth. That's part of knowledge. So Baphomet, yes, I truly think that leading me on, he's continuing to lead me on my left-hand path. I really think too that kind of like how Christians think of Jesus and God as the same. Kind of sounds weird to talk about this, but how they kind of think that Jesus and God are the same, or like one and the same. And yes, Jesus is the Son of God, but Jesus is also a face of God, basically. They're connected. They're kind of like I said, one and the same, right? Two separate entities, two separate things, but still the same, you know? I kind of think of Baphomet as that of the next deity I'm going to talk about. Now, this is by no means through my research. This is by no means what I've been told. This is just through gnosis. This is just through thinking. This is just through using my intuition. So I could be way off. I'll go ahead and say it right now, and I would be fine with that. I could be way off. Again, all these things are so new to me. A lot of these things, I mean, like I said, I've been following Baphomet for a while now, but otherwise, all of these things are very new to me. So I could be way off. All of this could change in another month. In another 7 months, I have no idea where I'll be at. But anyway, that's kind of what I think of Baphomet as in relation to the next deity I'm going to talk about, and that's Lucifer. Now, I feel like some of you are probably going to be a little intimidated. Most of you don't care. So many things are leading me to him. So many things. It's happening very fluidly and naturally. Just things of serendipity, good timing. I'm not sure what it all means yet. I really am not. This is the newest thing that really has happened. And like many of these ventures, I have a ton. I have a ton to learn. I have never worked with this deity. Like, I've gotten poked, you know? I've gotten urges. I've had interest for a while now, but I haven't really known what it meant until I finally feel like I've been like pushed and really urged for some reason. I don't know what it means, but I've been really urged to work with him. He's coming to me in many, many ways. Again, in serendipitous moments of maybe like stumbling upon a YouTube video that makes a lot of sense to me about him, or having dreams. I've had dreams about him. All kinds of things that just are so coincidental. There we go. Are so like coincidental or just good timing. You know, they're just good timing. Signs that just urge me more and more to go to him. He's coming to me for a reason. I know that. I feel that. Know that for sure. And as of now, I really do believe that it's to affirm my current beliefs. My current beliefs have been challenged lately. I'm not gonna lie, because of not just like my beliefs as in like, again, not spirituality, I'm talking about like my morality, right? My morals and, you know, what I believe it takes to be a good person. And, you know, I don't want to say they've been challenged actually, but I've been feeling, I guess they have been challenged. Thinking, can I be like this science-based person? I'm just going to be real with you guys. Can I be this science-based person and also be pagan? Can I be that? Because there are so many people in the pagan community that believe so differently than me with a lot of things. Anyway, I have finally really realized, and I'm starting, it's not concrete, but I'm starting to finally realize like, no, I don't have to let go of my paganism. You know, I don't have to let go of my spiritual beliefs. I don't have to let go of these things. You know, if anything, it started to kind of like dwindle, and then all these deities and entities kind of came to me like, hold on, whoa, like, we're gonna affirm this for you. Like, you can be that. In fact, that is the truth. At least that's what I feel like they've told me. There's not too many people out there in the pagan community that look up to science and still use their intuition. And I mean, there's some people out there who, don't get me wrong, like I still know people who do, and that's badass, you know, that's awesome. And if anything, they influence me to be the same, you know what I mean? It's awesome. But for some reason, there's just so many other people out there who aren't like that it's challenged me to think, well, can I even still be pagan then? If anything, they came to me saying like, no, like, we're affirming those beliefs for you. Like, you should be believing in those things. So long story short, that was kind of rambly, I don't know. So long story short, I feel like he's coming to me to really say that science and spirituality do coexist. And don't let go of your spiritual path. Don't let go of your paganism. Don't let go of those things, because they coexist. You know, that's what Baphomet symbolizes. That's, I feel like, part of what Lucifer believes in too, is, you know, these things go together. And if you deny science, you deny nature, and vice versa. They go together. It's balance. It's part of the universe. you know, it's part of knowledge, it's part of the truth. I'm not sure what his name is yet, or at least how he presents to me. A lot of people refer to him as Satan. Some people refer to them as Lucifer. Some people refer to them as Beelzebub. I've heard that name pronounced a couple of different ways too. Some people think that all three of those names are completely different deities. You know, I'm not sure. There's so much info out there, and I'd be curious if you work with this deity or this god, how do you refer to him? And do you believe all these names are one and the same? Do you believe that all these names are completely different deities? What do you refer to? What do you refer to them as? Is this Satan to you? Is this Lucifer? How do you refer to them? I truly, as of now, I don't feel comfortable calling them Satan. Not because like I believe like Satan is like an evil name or anything like that. It's quite the opposite. I believe that the name Satan was given to them by Christians to dub him as evil. Again, that's as of now. That could completely change. He could come to me again and be like, no, my name is Satan. Please call me Lord Satan. And I'll change that. I don't think that he's Satan. I really don't. At least that's not how he presents to me. If you're a Satanist, devil worshiper, whatever, I'm not trying to offend you. Maybe he thinks I'm just not ready for that name. For now, he's been coming to me as Lucifer. At least that's kind of the name I feel comfortable with. And I think he knows that. So that's what he's been presenting to me as. Again, I don't feel uncomfortable with Satan because I think that Satan is evil. I feel uncomfortable saying the word Satan because it makes me feel a little silly. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really do think that the name Satan was given to him by Christians to dub him as evil. Again, I could be way off. This is so new to me. I've never worked with this deity before. I prefer to call him Lucifer. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the word Satan or the name Satan is silly? I don't know. Maybe he'll come to me tonight and be like, no, Lord Satan, hail. Now, I'm going to emphasize too that yes, this is definitely part of my left-hand path. That yes, this is like major. I never thought I would get to this point on my pagan path. However, I don't think that Lucifer, Beelzebub, Satan, whatever you want to refer to them as, is this evil, dark being. Okay, anyway, I'm back. I had to turn my camera off. It was overheating. But yeah, that's honestly actually about it, you guys. I think it ended at pretty good timing. That's really all that's been super different with my pagan path. Please let me know if you have anything in common with me, any of these deities that you've been working with. If you work with Lucifer, I know there's Luciferians out there, or Baphomet, the Black Serpent. Anyone? Let me know. And that's about all I have today, guys. So until next time, I hope you stay very well. Bye.